What's up, guys? Welcome to Bass, Bourbon, and Bucks podcast. Tonight we're going to talk about new technology and where we're at today and where we're going to be, where we're heading. Just going to kind of start back where it all began, back when before cell cameras come out, what we had going on in the deer woods, trying to keep up with these deer and figure out what they're doing. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but we had a little thing called a trail timer that came out, and that was before cell cams. You take a look at that. Some of you guys might remember that. It was a thread that you tied across in front of trees for deer to come across. It told you what direction they were moving in. I mean, that was high tech back in the day. You would pull that string, and whatever direction that string was laying in, when you came back, it would trip that little clock and tell you what time it came through, and the direction the string was laying in was what direction it was moving in. So it was basic technology for us back in the day. I mean, the best we had, and we didn't have any cell cameras. But what's going on, Tony? Good to see you in there, buddy. Baseball kid and Cagle, good to see you in there. Welcome. Come on and join the conversation. We're going to talk about cell cameras and all the things that we've got now these days that are helping us out in the woods and helping us to find those deer and get a better look at what's going on. I know we came out with that one I just showed you was that little trail string that you had. I mean, it was a trail timer is what it was called. And then they came out with film cameras, 35 millimeter film cameras. And I know I owned two or three of those things. And I can remember going down there and putting it out in the woods and setting it up and running them for a week or so, and then running back down there and snatching the film out and running back with it and putting it into 1 hour development and get them developed.
What a pain.
It was a pain in the ass. I'm going to tell you right now. It was rough. There's no telling how much money I spent in film development. It was crazy, but that's all we had. And they worked good. I mean, they did a good job. I mean, the first ones that come out, I think it was Non-Typical came out with the first ones. And I think that's Cuddy back now. I think it's the same company that originally started, was called Non-Typical. It was a Non-Typical camera, what it was called, but it was by Cuddy back. And, it was a good camera. I mean, it made great pictures. And we used those for years. I've got boxes and boxes of film in there that I've taken in there, and camera pictures of deer that are long dead now, but just years and years of film that we developed through the years on our hunting club. And it helped us out a lot. I mean, we didn't kill no deer with it, but we saw a lot of deer that we'd never seen. And it's kind of like it is now with cameras today. You see them, you just don't see them, walking around at nighttime or whatever. You see them early in the year. But we did that for a while, and then they come out with these card cameras, and SD card, and it was primitive too. I mean, but it worked great. We got we could get 3,000 pictures. Tony got a little comment here. He said he didn't start hunting until 2009, and ran a few cameras, nothing real serious. Bought my first cell cam for property security at my place in Alabama. Yeah, those things work great for property security.
Oh, yeah.
We actually caught a guy on our land in Kentucky with it, and it was crazy. I mean, we went out there and got him. I mean, we were at the hotel, and we got a picture sent to us, and live picture, and man, we went and got him, and it worked out well.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely have their advantages. I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Something like that. He was way off the road. He was way away from where he should have been. So.
Right.
We just happened to be lucky enough at that time that we were 10, 15 minutes down the road, I mean,
oh yeah,
it's not always going to work out like that, but you can at least have some proof, get some pictures and stuff like that, and know when it happened. It can definitely be good for security, for sure. And then I saw another comment right here too, asking about why cell cams were banned on public land, and we're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah. Trying to figure out here. My comments just quit on me for some reason. I don't know. Having a little technical difficulties here. I don't know what happened with it, but they just quit on me.
Yeah, we'll get that back straightened out, and then we'll get into the.
There we go. We'll do it that way right there. I think I got them. I got them under control now here, I believe. But yeah, the trail cameras, when we got the card cameras, they seem to change the game for us. And, it was we got thousands of pictures on those things. And then they come out with those cell cameras, and that's where we're at today with the cell cameras sending us stuff. And Kago said, what's the best brand of trail camera out there? They've got so many now.
I like the stealth. I like the stealth cam.
Yeah, for the money, the stealth cam makes it takes great pictures, and it works well. I mean, we've got a couple of those things that we run.
Yeah, I got a few, and I mean, $150. Sometimes you can get them on a deal for $100, but for $150, they do really clear pictures, and they're reliable. And,
absolutely.
I've had no problems with them.
Yeah, Tony said he caught a bear on his. Then he caught road cleaning crew, and helping themselves to my property with their big driving over my field lines. Yeah, I've got some funny stuff on camera. I caught a guy one day who was out there harvesting. He was harvesting wheat, and he jumped off, and I guess he had to go to the bathroom, so he run over in the corner, go to the bathroom, and he had no idea that camera was staring him right in the face, and it, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, right behind where y'all hunt now, I believe.
Yeah, it cracked me up. That was funny stuff right there.
That is funny.
Yeah. But with the cell cameras now sending pictures back to us, I think that's Brennan's done a little research, and he's found out a little more information on what's going on with the cell cameras now. What do you find out, Brennan?
Yeah, I knew. I don't keep up with every state's hunting rules. There, a lot of states are going to be different. I only hunt a couple of states and fish a couple of states. That's really what I pay attention to. And so far, none of this stuff has affected us. But to some extent now, Arizona, Nevada, Kansas, Utah, Montana, New Hampshire, Alaska, Colorado, and New Mexico have some sort of restrictions on cell phone cameras, mainly on public land.
Right.
And I don't really know why they deem it that big of a deal as far as an unfair advantage. So their justification for that, and I got some notes right here, is the Boone and Crockett Club is the people that actually are kind of pushing this as far as what they see as the rules. We all know that these high fence deer, they don't qualify for Boone and Crockett or Pope and Young. They're giants, but they're not going to go in the record books because they're deemed that's just not a fair chase animal. So the Boone and Crockett Club have came up with this, and they see it basically as one of their key components in there says no unfair advantage for the hunter. Hunters avoid using technologies or methods that negate an animal's ability to escape, such as using drones, electronic calls, or shooting from motorized vehicles. So I think that's where they found their little loophole as far as technologies, and that way they can just say you can't use cell cams, and in some cases it's regular SD card cameras as well too, depending on the state, on public land. And Arizona and Nevada prohibit use of all trail cameras for taking animals, period. Public land, private land, whatever the case may be, you can't use them. So, and I don't know, I guess I didn't realize that it was that big of an advantage, because we've used cell cams for years, and that's just not what we use them for. I mean, we get an inventory on what we got, and we're able to kind of see things in real time. So we do have an advantage there as far as knowing a time, but SD card cameras will give you time. Back in the day, that little string thing gave you the time. So that's kind of the main thing, is kind of knowing a time frame and when they're coming, right? So, but as far as killing a deer, I think in very little situations is that really going to help you. You know, is it really going to help you kill more deer or whatever, just to have a camera that sends you pictures? Unless you're sitting in the truck, you know, out there at the road and your camera goes off and you get out and walk to your stand, then yeah, I can see where that could work. But most people are probably a couple hours from their hunting land at least. And that's why they have a cell phone camera, so they don't have to drive over, you know, 2 hours or whatever it is. You know, that's kind of the idea, right? So
Yeah.
I don't understand why make it just this law that you can't use them at all. I mean, even though it's on public lands too. I mean, you're already at a disadvantage on public land because you can't use motorized vehicles. You got to walk everywhere, use an electric bike, you know, so it just seems like somebody is just trying to make it a little harder, you know, on people with technology. But those people use technology every day to make their jobs easier and more efficient. Why is it different for somebody hunting or fishing? You know, it's not cheating.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think it. I mean, it's not. We figured out that the cameras are not immediate. They're not like sending you the picture right that second. I mean, you know, you have to figure that they're coming in there like 5 minutes, might be 7, could be 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
Because we've been down there and been working on some salt licks or something, got some pictures taken of us, or some deer had come in there after we left, and we'd be out of the farm or way on the other end of the farm before the picture ever came through.
Yeah.
So I mean,
depends on you'd have to have like perfect cell phone service. Your camera would have to have perfect cell service. You know, all that would have to line up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and let's say
down the woods.
No, and let's say that you do have a cell cam set up and you are waiting in the truck for it to go off. That way you can go to your stand and hurry up and shoot this deer you've been waiting on, right? Well, how many other factors are there that's got to work in your favor for that to happen?
Yeah.
The wind for one. Let's talk about that. So you're going to tell me that every time you go to hunt that your camera's going to go off, you're going to be sitting in the truck or sitting close by ready, the wind's going to be right, the weather's going to be right. Are all those factors going to be right for you to take more deer? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I'm all about ethical hunting and fishing and things like that. I just think that this particular rule is taking it a little too far.
Exactly. Hey, Alan, we'll see you on there, buddy. Glad you joined us tonight. Glad you had me on here.
Truth be told, I like cell cams just because I like to look at pictures of deer.
I do too. I like to look at them. I mean, you know, I don't do a whole lot of shooting deer I see on camera, but I mean, you know, one of the biggest deer I killed off the property. I mean, we got him on camera like 2 times, and he vanished. And then I killed him in a totally different place. I mean, he wasn't anywhere near that camera. I mean, you know, and we hadn't seen him the whole season, you know, until you left the property. You know, when you left, I got in your stand and took care of business.
Yeah, I knew when my phone rang what had happened. So
yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, when your phone rings before dark, you know what happened.
Yeah, well, it was meant to be.
Yeah, for sure.
But the camera didn't kill him. That's for sure.
Oh no.
I think we only had like a couple of pictures, and that was way back in the summer. And it was in a totally different area from where he was shot. I mean, it was just. I mean, we've had them down on one end of the property, and they end up somebody like the one Colton killed. It was on the totally opposite side of the property from where he was at like 3 days before that. I mean,
probably 3/4 of a mile or so away, at least.
Oh yeah, he was out there.
Yeah.
That
was weird. Yeah, the camera things, it's just weird.
Yeah, it's like anything else. They're just somebody's gonna want to try to stick their finger in the pie and mess everything up. You know, I mean, look all them years that they wouldn't let you put corn down and shoot deer over it. I mean, it made no sense to me when you were on a farm that had 800 acres of corn. And they, you know, when they go in there with a combine and hit it, it's all over the ground like it's been raining.
Yeah.
And but they wouldn't let you pour it out of a bag. But now you can hunt over corn in a lot of states. I mean,
Yeah.
and here in Georgia in particular, I'll just put that down. There's no telling how many people got charged for hunting over corn, hunting them deer over corn. Oh, it was taboo. Yeah. And they give you 12 tags and want you to kill 12 deer. Yeah. And, it don't make any sense to me.
Yeah. What are you going to do with 12 deer?
Yeah. Who needs 12 deer? I mean,
that's a lot.
You're going to feed the whole neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
But, it's ridiculous. But we kind of know that the insurance companies are pushing the state to control the deer herd because of all the vehicle deer collisions, and I mean, it's bad. I mean, you got it done in Alabama, you can kill one a day, right? Isn't that what it is? One a day?
I used to be. I think that's still the case.
One a day in Alabama. I mean, so they're trying to get rid of them, and they're not going to get rid of them. You're not going to. I mean, you kill one a day down there, and it wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of deer, and there's a ton of deer here in Georgia, but I swear I don't believe there's as many deer in this state as there used to be. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe certain parts of the state, but
I mean, when they give somebody 12 deer tags, they're going to try to fill 12 deer tags.
Oh yeah, there's some folks out there that'll do it. I can remember back in the day, I might have tried that myself if I had them, but I didn't have
a lot of work.
So, I had got that out of my system by the time they gave 12 tags, and of course we don't even hunt deer in Georgia. I mean,
Yeah, very rarely.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 18 years since we really hunted in Georgia.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, the trail cameras never helped us out. No. I don't think they ever helped me out at all.
Nope.
So get them. It's just another tool to use in the woods, and try to help you understand the deer better. Watching movement. We actually use it for just getting some idea of what's on the property.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, we might get $100 on film during the summer months. And when fall gets here, I would say 90 of them left the property. I mean, that's just about right. I mean,
yeah,
you're only going to have so many bucks on your piece of property at one time. I mean, you get buck dispersal. Those does push those young bucks away. They'll push them out of there. And it's all by design. It's to keep from inbreeding the herd. That's exactly what it's designed for. That's why the does push those young bucks out, and they go get their own territory. They'll leave the property and they'll go somewhere else.
And when was it last year we got that runaway horse?
Oh yeah, you're allowed to get anything on a trail camera.
Yeah,
too.
Trail cameras are good for all kind of stuff. Tony was talking about security. We got a horse and buggy. I mean, the Amish guy had to come over and get his horse. I mean, it was he was all over the property.
Yeah, he was running up and down the road. We was getting good pictures of him.
All his harness on.
I mean, with his little buggy, and it had his beard and his little black hat, and I mean, he was in full gear, man. I mean,
and that wasn't a smooth ride in that buggy either. I can assure you that.
No, it didn't have any shocks on it.
No.
But what he was down there for was we'd had a horse actually 2 or 3 days before that come down the road in front of the camera, and it still had the bridle hanging off of it. I mean, it was
harness.
It got loose, and it was one of those Amish guys' horses. And so I called the land manager and told him, and I guess he got in touch with an Amish guy, and it wasn't just a few days later, we had some nice, pretty glossy photos of him going down the road with a buggy, kind of hunting that horse. But they finally caught it and got it out of there. But like I said, you never know what you're going to see out there on those cameras. I mean, some funny stuff, man.
Yeah, there is some funny stuff.
Some good stuff on cameras, though. You got to be careful around those cameras, too,
Yeah.
They'll catch you in a bad way. I mean,
Yeah.
Especially if you're heading to your stand one morning, and you don't make it, you get that run out of options and have to squat. You
might want to shine a light. You might want to shine a light around a little bit before you squat over there on our property because it's surveilled pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it covered pretty good. I mean, we got a bunch on our side over there, and then Mac and them's got some on their side. There ain't much way you're gonna come in that property without getting on the camera.
No.
I mean, we keep up with it pretty good. That's the one thing I can say for the cell cameras. They help us on keeping up with who's on the property and who's not. So,
yeah.
But I mean, it's just like the technology in the fishing world. I mean, we started off with flashers. I mean, that's how we read depth was flashers, and that's how I started off. And then, we graduated to the paper graphs, where it printed out on paper. I mean, you got a nice little picture there, and it wasn't much to look at, but that's what we had was the paper graphs, and it worked pretty good. I think Lowrance come out with that one, and then Humminbird come out with one, and then we moved on and got a little bit better and got a little bit better, and we started getting some of the 2D sonar, and now we've got 2D side imaging, down imaging, forward facing sonar, and where does it end? I mean, we don't know. I mean, the forward facing sonar is a new thing now, and it's just like anything else. You've got people whining and crying about the forward facing sonar, that it's cheating, I mean, we got one guy out there, that's all he likes to talk about on his podcast, and he remain nameless, but I know if Tony's on here, he knows exactly who I'm talking about. But he cries and whines all the time about it, I don't have anything against it. I actually have one on my boat, and it's just it's a learning curve for us older people. I mean, these younger guys, they've grown up with that technology. That's what they had when they started, and they played video games their whole life. I mean, they're good at it, and they spend a lot of time on the water. And they put a lot of effort in there, and they've gotten good with it. And I know some of the older guys are using them too, and they're starting to learn. I mean, I'm starting to learn. I know the grumpy fisherman. I mean, I fish with him sometimes too, and he's got one on his boat, and he's getting fairly good with his too. I mean, he's starting to pick up bass with it, and I'm not quite there yet, but I'm trying. I mean, I could slay some crappie with it. I can tell you one thing: if there's anything, it's going to hurt the crappie population.
Yeah,
because
probably so.
Absolutely load the boat with it with crappie. I mean, in the wintertime, summertime, it don't matter. I mean, if you find them with that thing, you can put it on. And I'm sure you can do the same thing with the bass after you get used to it. I'm not used to it yet, but I'm working on it, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to use it because I've got it. I mean, that's what I said. The technology is there, and we're going to use the technology.
They'll come up one day and outlaw them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the big deal with it. I mean,
yeah, well, it is. It is what it is. I mean, if we've got it, I'm going to use it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're still at the disadvantage,
Right.
So
yeah, I just messed our screen up. I know we just messed our screen up.
I see that.
I guess you guys know that I'm actually trying to learn how to use this thing. So we'll get it back on there in a second. Let's see here. Here we go. Here we go.
That's all right. I'm in a remote location, so
hey,
all my stuff fell over.
Yeah, I know Tony's probably still on. He's laughing because he knows this.
Yeah.
It's just trying to get this learning curve, with this thing and pick it up. But that's the only way you're going to pick it up is to play with it. And since we've got a lot of people, we've got a few people on here tonight, but I know most of them, they'll forgive me for screwing the screen up. But
yeah,
but like I said, with the new technology in the bassing world, that's that whole thing has just changed everything. I mean, some of the tournaments are banning it totally. Some of them are like putting restrictions on it where you can fish, the first half with it and the first half without it. It's just and some of them you can fish all the time with it. I mean, it's to each his own. I mean, everybody gets to make up their mind how they want to do things. But I don't think, some of these young guys are hammers and they can lay waste to some fish with it. I mean, they were down on Wedowee this year. Man, I fished down there a good bit on that lake, and they were catching the fire out of them down there on that thing, man. I mean, they hurt them. I mean, I catch them down there sometimes good, but I wasn't catching them like they were catching them. And it ain't been on forward facing sonar. I'm kind of old school, so I still go off my instincts now and try to catch them the way I know how to catch them, because you pretty much know where they're going to be. I mean, I've got 2D sonar Side images, my friend, I like that. I mean, if you got side imaging now, and that it works so well locating those fish, you can really see them. And I used it a lot, and, but that's kind of where we're at with that technology. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
just another tool, just
Yeah,
another thing to help us. And somebody's always going to have something to say. If they ain't got one, you know what I mean? If they ain't got one, or you got it and they don't, whatever the case may be, somebody's going to have something to say about it. And that's part of where this kind of stems from, with the technology and people saying you're cheating and this and that. It's not cheating. It's not unethical. It's just making things a little bit easier. It's what everybody has chased ever since they've started hunting or fishing. I mean, you're always looking for a little bit of an edge, to make it easier or better or whatever, and you still, you still come from your roots where, you kind of started, most people, you kind of started just basic, but you're finding ways, and they're coming up, with products all the time, to all kind of gadgets, anything, not even just to help you, catch fish or kill a deer. I mean, anything you do hunting or fishing, there's all kinds of gadgets to make it easier or better or more efficient. I mean, it's just
I
how it
think a
is.
lot of people are just jealous. I mean, they just,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, why they got to be haters, and
Yeah,
I mean,
that's where it starts. People just want to be heard, and have an opinion about something that originally that they probably really don't even know a whole lot about. So,
absolutely, they don't know what goes into it. I mean, they don't know the hard work that these young guys are putting into that live scope, and that
yeah,
forward facing sonar. They don't know the hours they're putting in on the water to get good with that thing.
yeah,
You
they're putting in some effort.
don't just jump out there and start catching fish with it. It's
Mhm.
not like that. I mean, just because
No,
you got it on your boat, don't mean you're going to catch fish with it. Trust me. I know. I mean, I've had mine on the other boat I had, but I've got on this new boat, and I'm not in. I may be a little bit better with it, but I'm really not a lot better with it. But most of it's my fault, because I don't put in the time that it takes to learn it. I mean, and you just got to force yourself. You got to stop and force yourself to learn this thing. And I like to fish, and I mean, I like to catch fish. I mean, and that's what I go out there for. And if I know I can do it without it, I don't want to look at it. I
yeah,
mean, but there might be a time when I do want to try to use it, but I'm not going to hate on anybody for it. I mean, it's just like trail cameras. I mean,
yeah. Who cares?
yeah, who cares? I mean, having a trail camera, not having a trail camera, that don't make you, trail camera don't make you a deer hunter.
No,
No, it don't make you a deer hunter.
no.
So, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I was shocked when I saw all this stuff. I'd never seen it before, never read into it. I just honestly didn't care, because I don't hunt none of these places. But I had no idea that people were making such a big deal about cell cams. I mean,
yeah.
because
I mean, Arizona done stepped up and put the hammer down, didn't they?
yeah,
I mean,
on both of them. So you can't even do nothing out there.
can't even use a card camera.
Yeah, and that's Arizona and Nevada, and one of their excuses I read on there had something to do with, it was a combination of using a cell cam and those animals having limited water sources, so you can basically pinpoint exactly where they're going to be at the exact time, and it's just unethical to them. So
Well, I mean, I guess if you put one on a water hole, and they come down there and drink water at 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day,
yeah,
you just go on down there and set up on it. But you don't need a trail camera to tell you that when it's 89 degrees outside and they're thirsty, they're coming to get water.
yeah, every day.
And I can remember seeing videos and hunting shows years back before the cell camera ever came out, and they were hunting over water holes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do it in Africa. They hunt over
Yeah.
water, and it's just
Yeah.
because they know they're going to come get it. They got to have water every day. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You don't need a camera to tell you that, but I mean, maybe it could save you from sitting out there burning up for hours and hours and hours waiting on them to get there when you know about what time they're coming in to get it. And maybe that is, I guess an advantage, if you want to say it's an advantage.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean,
you can't, you can't beat their nose. I mean, deer can smell you from,
yeah.
I think it's 800 to 1,000 yards away. So you're not going to beat that regardless of how many cameras you're running. You know what I mean? Like I said, everything's got to line up in your favor for that to make that big of an impact on harvesting animals. So, I don't see it.
Too many variables. You can, some people might say, oh, well, you got that camera sitting on a trail and that deer trips that camera and, it sends it to your phone and here he's coming down that trail. Well, yeah, that's true. He is coming down that trail, but he can also go another direction. The wind can be blowing the wrong way and you never see it anyway. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, we had that experience this year. The cell cam, my cell cam that I keep at a central location on a mineral site, and I mean everything passes through there: coyotes, bobcats, turkeys. It's just a travel route, natural travel route. And 40 or 50 yards from that camera, we had just a regular SD card camera, and there were bucks all over it that we weren't getting at the other one. So, 20, 30, 50 yards off frame of that camera, and you've got deer over there. So even if, you know what I mean, you're not going to catch everything on the cell camera unless you've got them all over the woods. I mean, you'd have to have them stretched from one end to the other and really be, spend all your time watching trail cameras. So
yeah, we put in the time and we know where those deer are moving at. I mean, we don't need the cameras. I mean, the cameras are nice to see them, but we know where they're at. We know where they're going. And, I mean, it's, of course, you're not supposed to use your cell phone either because it's illegal. If anything, your cell phone is more dangerous than a trail camera as far as being unethical.
Yeah.
You can text somebody and say, hey, there's a 8-point coming your way. Turn around and look, he's coming that way. You just left me or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can just about guarantee he's coming that way and you're going to see him.
Yeah.
It happens. And that's, that's a lot more lethal than the camera. I mean, it's, that. I mean, we see, like I said, we see tons of bucks every year on that camera that never materialize, never show up.
Yeah.
Hey, Runel, I'll see you in there. Glad you're in here joining us tonight. Got old 3-Shot over here sitting with me. He's holding his seat down over here. He ain't saying too much. I don't know what he's doing over there, trying to be quiet. But
yeah, that might be the best thing.
He give us some of his wisdom because we need it.
Yeah.
Hey, Wade, here, bye. See you on there, Wade. Thanks for dropping by, Wade. Appreciate you being on here.
What's going on, Wade?
He said he wanted to hear from Big Dan over there. He's being quiet over there tonight. Yeah. We got a filter. We got a filter on him. You got to be careful with him over here. You don't never know what he's going to say. I guess when you get his age, you can say what you want to.
I've already been warned about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, you never know. I'll tell you right now. But yeah.
I figure old Wade would have had a comment about cell cams and trail cameras.
Yeah, Wade. Hey man,
big deal.
We seen that thing. That was a giant.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get some pictures of it up on here, and this will be a good one to just show people sometimes how much like inches don't matter. Like when you measure out a deer, some people, it's got to be a 170 or a 180 or whatever. Yeah, I can show you a deer that scores less than 150, and you're gonna be like, holy shit! I mean, Georgia deer, good Georgia deer. Yeah, so we'll make that happen here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So, what's the best type of call in the winter for deer?
Your mouth.
Yeah, in the winter. In the dead of winter.
Get on a food source.
Yeah, no calling.
You don't really call one in the dead of the winter. Most of your calling happens in the fall, during the rut and the pre-rut. In the wintertime, which is, I would say, December, January, most of your rut activities kind of pretty much gone, and the deer are concentrating on food, and they're gonna get close to wherever food's at, and they're wore out and they're tired and they're not gonna move much, so they're gonna get close to it. They're gonna bed down, and that's where they're gonna stay. They're gonna get up and feed and lay right back down. I mean, it's hard to kill deer late in the winter unless you are somewhere where the food source is at, because it's all about your stomach.
Yep. Yeah, leave the calling for late October through about mid-November. After that, once the rut's over, you just need to be tucked in somewhere and be quiet. I wouldn't draw any attention to myself. Get on the food and just be quiet.
Grumpy Fisherman said, "Come here, deer." Yeah. I tell you right now, you'd probably be as near getting one to you doing that, and you would be anything else. And I don't know if you're talking about come here, deer, the stuff you put out, or calling that deer. Come here, deer.
Just hollering. Yeah, just hollering at them.
That's how you call them. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had hunts where it's been so bad that I've thought about just hollering for them. You ain't seeing nothing anyway. Just holler for them, see if they'll come.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get a combine cranked up out there, make it sound like you're harvesting food, they'd come on in. But it gets tough. It gets tough late in the season.
Yeah, it does get tough late.
If you can find a food source, you can definitely do well. And it gets really hard on the farm like where we're at, because all the food's gone basically.
Yeah.
They don't plant back. Certain fields they plant back in wheat after they've harvested corn. They'll plant back in wheat, and to put the nitrogen back in the soil. But we had beans this year, so we didn't get wheat planted back, so they didn't plant it back in wheat. So our farm pretty much doesn't have anything on it now. I mean, all they've got is just browse and what acorns are left, if there's any left in there. I mean, and I'm sure there's farms around us that did have corn and they planted back in wheat, so they're eating on those fields, which helps them out. Yeah, he said it works good here, fishy.
Yeah. I might have said that a time or two myself.
That wasn't working good this last weekend, was it, there, Grumpy? Although he did catch a 5.5 largemouth at Wee Dowie that looked like it had a 10-pound head, and the body was like long and skinny. It was the weirdest looking largemouth bass I've ever seen in my life.
That is weird.
That thing had a huge head. It had bugged eyes, but it just didn't. It was skinny. It was just skinny. I don't know if something was wrong with that fish. He looked healthy. I mean, other than that, he was just skinny.
Huh.
But huge head. I mean, it was weird. I don't know.
Oh, waterhead.
Caught him on a jerkbait in about 3 foot of water. And, we squeaked out a few fish Saturday. It was tough, to be honest with you. It was real tough. Tough fishing. I don't know why. I mean, they weren't shallow. I can tell you that right now. I mean, we did catch some, I guess you would consider shallow. There was, 5 or 6 feet was probably the deepest we were fishing. We did catch some spots in that shallow water, but they were all just dinks. They weren't anything big. The fish hadn't really moved up yet. I think they're just in and out. I think they're still in deep water with bait. I mean, there's bait out there, and you can find them out there still in 20 foot of water or deeper. And the big girls ain't moved up yet. I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to. Those big ones moving up in those spawning flats and up on those secondary points, getting ready to pull back in those pockets and go to spawn. That's when you can really do damage with a fish. But Grumpy Fisher got me off of deer hunting, got me on fishing. I don't know. It's just
that's all right. We're gonna try to go. We're gonna try to go Saturday. And, mess around a little bit. Yeah.
Boat's clean. I guess we can go get the boat dirty.
Yeah. I've been itching to get behind the wheel, test drive that thing. I hadn't been in it. I said I've been itching to get behind the wheel and test drive that thing.
Yeah, you need to dial it on up. Try that one time. See what you think about that.
Yeah.
Let it eat.
Yeah, we'll dial it up Saturday.
Mm-hmm. You'll dial it back down.
Probably so.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got off on the fishing subject, but I mean, you guys still want to talk about deer hunting?
Yeah.
Wade's still on here. I still want to talk about the deer he killed this year. I mean, it was an absolute. If I can find it on my phone, I'll try to put it up there where you can try to see it on the screen. I don't know if I've got it in here or not. Let me look and see. You just go ahead and talk about it, Brian.
Yeah, it was a good deer. Killed it in Jasper. Not really an area known for big deer, but this one right here is a giant. It was on some social media pages that shared it or whatever. I believe it was on GON's page at one time too. It's a stud deer.
What did the thing end up scoring?
I think final net score was, he'll have to correct me, 147 and some change.
Is that true, Wade? You still on there with us, buddy?
Yeah, I think it was 147 and some change. Which, doesn't, to some people, it doesn't sound like a that big of a deer, when you start talking about measuring them out. But man, when you see this thing, yeah, Wade said that's it, 147 and some change.
Yeah, and where it was killed at, I mean, it's just, to me, that's unheard of. I mean, in that area, I'm just telling you right now, I've never heard of a deer that size coming out of that area.
No.
I'm going to find it here in a second. I know I've got one in here somewhere, but that was
it was a pretty cool story too about that deer. A bunch of people have been hunting it. I think the deer they aged the deer at like 8.5 or something like that. I mean, you could look at him and tell him he was old.
Yeah, that thing was gnarly.
He was.
That was just a big deer. I mean, anybody, that's like a buck of a lifetime. I mean,
oh yeah,
especially in Georgia. I mean, it ain't every day you're going to see one like that in Georgia.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care where you're hunting at. I mean, you could be on the finest piece of property here in this state, and you probably ain't going to see nothing like that.
Yeah. Mainframe 8-pointer at 147.
That's
he was over now. Gross score was over 150. I like to go by gross scores anyway. I don't deductions. I mean, deductions or whatever if you wanted to get in some kind of record books, but give me the measurement. I want the measurement, the gross score. That's the one that matters to me. And so it was over 150-inch 8-pointer gross score.
You get 150 inches out of an 8-pointer, you've done something.
That's a giant, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. I got it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I won't pull it up here and let you look at it. I'll try to put it up on the screen, but how's that looking? Can anybody see that thing? I can see it pretty on the screen.
Yeah, you can tell what's going on.
Yeah, it's a big deer. But yeah, that's it. Man, congratulations, Wade. That's a stud.
What a stud deer.
Yeah. We'll try to get some good pictures of that thing and pull it up on this show one night when we get to talk about deer one night, the whole night, and get you a better look at it. Get some different pictures of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we get Wade on here one night to tell a story about how he's been hunting that thing.
Yeah, he's still got the rack. He's got the rack at home, I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that is a trophy. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'd have been proud to have that one for sure.
Yeah. And he had some haters too, man. Everybody wanting to hate on somebody just because they killed a good deer.
Yeah. Yeah, they come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, he had some haters, but there were some true hunters around him too that congratulated him, and people that were around there they were hunting the same deer. I mean, there's a bunch of people hunting this deer. I mean, this deer was like a legend in this area.
Yeah, Wade said it was caught on camera 5 miles from there.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense because we had one, remember that one that we had?
Oh, yeah.
That it was a 12, I think it was.
It was a 12-pointer, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had him on camera and he was killed 2 miles away on another farm.
Yeah.
We just happened to see his picture of the taxidermist, and I had pictures of it. And I was already planning on having that on my wall, and I never saw him again. And there's probably a reason for that. He did.
Yep.
But yeah, when they go to rutting, they liable to end up anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
they leave your farm and they'll go 5 miles down the road. They don't care. I mean, that just goes to show you. It's like Wade said, he's on camera over 5 miles away. I mean, that should say something. We lost Brennan there. I don't know what happened. He dropped off there. So maybe
I went to sleep.
maybe he'll come back and I'll get him back on here. Camera went out, so I don't know. Maybe he'll get
He
back
might
on
have
here.
to go to work.
Yeah, he's at work. Actually, he's at work. Maybe he can get back on there. And there we go. I think we can get him back in here now.
Yeah.
There he is. Okay, we got him back.
I got a phone call and it kicked me off.
How about that? Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah.
Well, at least mine's not ringing tonight. I turned it off because it rang the last night it was on there.
We're getting close to an hour anyway. Pretty close. Where are we at? So if I get a phone call, it'll cut me off. That's weird. I've never learned something new tonight about that.
Yeah, that's what you get for being at work.
But I definitely want to get Wade on here one night and have him kind of go through some more details about the story behind that deer and how many people have been hunting it and things like that. It's a cool story. I like cool deer hunting stories. So
Oh yeah,
we'll set up a time and we'll get him on here.
yeah, absolutely, we'll do it. And well, maybe we can have some better pictures of it too, so we can post some pictures up on here and really get a good look at it. A lot better look at it than me holding it up with my phone where you could see it, because it kind of blurred it out a little bit, I think. But
Yeah.
that would be a good one right there. Yeah, Wade, we're gonna get you on here, man.
Yeah,
We'd love to hear a story about it, and you can tell us about all them people that were crying when you killed it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some crying.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody lost some sleep over that. They might have been some divorces over that.
You think?
Yeah, you never know. You never know what would have happened.
Well,
And deer hunters
I
crazy
probably
now.
would have cried if I'd been hunting it and somebody else killed it.
Yeah.
I might have shed a tear or two. I shed some when that guy killed that 12 over there 2 miles away from me. I'm like, God, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got over it real quick. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm always happy for somebody else too. I mean,
Yeah. We don't own those deer.
No, there was a time in my life when I was younger that I thought, those deer belong to me. I don't want nobody else killing them.
No.
They just don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just I got older and I don't really think like that anymore. I get just about as excited when somebody else shoots a deer. I mean,
Yeah.
we got people we hunt with are just good people. I mean, it's just good to be around. It makes the experience that much better. I mean, when you're hunting with people, they're like family, and they're not really family,
Yeah.
but they are family as far as I'm concerned, I guess. But you hunt with them, and you get to share the hunt. You get to share their experiences, and that's what it's all about. I mean, how can you hate on that?
Yeah. I don't get it.
It's exciting to see other people shoot deer. I watched people shoot deer for years before I shot anything, so I got used to it. I got pretty good at watching people shoot deer.
Yeah.
I think there was about 4 or 5 years there. I watched Brandon shoot one every year, and I just passing up, 130-inch deer, 130-inch deer, 140-inch deer, and I'm passing them up. And I quit passing them up anymore. I just went shooting. I said, Brandon ain't passing them up. I'm not going to either. So
yeah. And then I had passed them up for 5 or 6 years, and same thing. I mean, it's whatever. I mean,
it's kind of ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
It ain't about going up there and just shooting them every time you go up there. That just kind of ruins the hunt, really. I mean, we do get a good one every now and then, Everybody, we got everybody that hunts with us, somebody's gonna get one. We're gonna get several good deer that year, Sometimes we don't get them, they just it's either hot or the rut just ain't right, even though our season opens up dead in the middle of the rut. It just depends. I mean,
yeah.
Moon, factor of the moon, the weather, the wind, it's a lot of factors in there, Sure ain't doing it with the trail cameras.
No, they ain't never put one in the back of my truck. So
nope. I had no trail camera help me out. But
Nope.
hey, but I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're gonna call it a night tonight. We appreciate everybody that was on here.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Appreciate it.
one of you. Tell your friends. Go on there and go on our YouTube page and subscribe to our channel and hit that thumbs up button. It helps us helps out with that algorithm. Hard for me to say that word, but it helps out with that. It helps us out on our channel. I mean, if you can get on there, tell your friends we're on here every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. We'll start having some good guests on here too. Just wanted to wait till we got a few people subscribed on here because I don't want to bring some of our good guests in here and have nobody to have a conversation with. So, you know, just building this channel up, and we appreciate everybody that's on here. And just remember us every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Pass it along, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
All right.
G4 out. God bless.